Oliver's Milkshake, written by Vivian French and illustrated by Alison Bartlett. Mom woke Oliver at 8 o'clock. "Time to get up," she said. "Remember you're going out for the day with Auntie Jen and Lily?" "Do I have to?" asked Oliver. "Yes," said Mom. "I'm going shopping." "Oh," said Oliver. "I hate shopping." Auntie Jen bustled in just after 9:30. "Goodness me, Oliver," she said. "Orange squash for breakfast? Milk is much better for your teeth and bones." Lily made a face. "I don't," began Oliver. "You don't like milk?" Auntie Jen wagged her finger at him. "Just like my Lily, what you need is one of my yummy milkshakes." The town clock struck 10 as they drove past. "Where are we going?" asked Oliver. "Shopping," said Auntie Jen. Lily sighed loudly. Oliver looked horrified. "But Mum said we were going out for the day." "We are," beamed Auntie Jen. "We're going out shopping for a yummy, scrummy milkshake." Oliver was surprised when Auntie Jen parked the car. "Out you hop," she said cheerfully. "There aren't any shops around here," said Oliver. "Only fields." "That's right," she nodded. "We're going to a farm. We're going to buy fresh milk from real cows and fresh fruit. Then we'll go home, and what'll we do then?" Oliver looked hopeful. "Watch a video?" "No," said Auntie Jen. "We'll make a yummy, squirmy, fruity milkshake." "Oh," said Oliver. Oliver climbed on the fence, and a big woolly sheep looked up. "Bah," it said loudly. "Bah!" Lily giggled. "It's asking you if you want a scritchy, scratchy, puffy, fluffy, woolly jumper." "No thanks," Oliver said. "Tell it I'm going to have a yummy, squirmy, fruity, fluffy milkshake." "Frothy," said Lily, "not fluffy." Lots of hens were strutting and scratching about in the yard. "Cluck," they said. "Cluck, cluck, cluck." "Do you put eggs in milkshakes?" Oliver asked. "Goodness me, no," said Auntie Jen. "Oh," said Oliver. "I just wondered." "No yolky jokey eggs," said Lily. "Not in our yummy, scrummy, fruity, frothy, icy milkshake." "Oink, oink!" Oliver jumped. "What's that?" Auntie Jen laughed loudly. "Pigs, Oliver. Just there." Oliver and Lily stared into the pig pen. "Wow," said Oliver. "She is huge." Lily was counting. 8, 9, 10 piglets. "And they're drinking their milk like good little piglets," said Auntie Jen. Oliver and Lily looked at each other. "But they're not drinking yummy, scrummy, fruity, frothy, icy, nicey milkshakes." Lily got bored of watching the piglets. She peeped over the open top door of a shed. "Goats," she said. Oliver came to see, and so did Auntie Jen. "Goat's milk is delicious," Auntie Jen told Oliver. "Yuck," said Lily. "I hate goat's milk." "Nonsense, Lily," Auntie Jen frowned. "You never even tried it." Oliver saw the cows first. They were big, much bigger than Oliver. "There," said Auntie Jen. "Aren't they wonderful? You stay here and look at them, and I'll go and buy our special creamy milk." Oliver felt a little anxious. "Can I come with you?" he asked. "I'm coming too," said Lily. In the farm shop, Auntie Jen bought a big carton of fresh milk. "Oliver dear, what's your favorite fruit?" she asked. "Blueberries," Oliver said. "Then we'll buy blueberries for our milkshake," smiled Auntie Jen. Lily nodded. "Our yummy, scrummy, fruity, frothy, icy, nicey." What was the next bit, Oliver? Oliver beamed. "Tip-top tasty." "Mum!" Oliver rushed into the kitchen. "We're back, and Auntie Jen is going to make a yummy, scrummy, fruity, frothy, icy, nicey, tip-top tasty, dreamy, creamy milkshake." "I certainly am," said Auntie Jen. "This young man needs his milk." She pulled out Mum's mixer and tipped in the milk and the blueberries. Then she chopped up a banana and dropped that in too. Whirr! The mixer whizzed and whirred. "You love this," said Auntie Jen. Said Oliver. "This is scrumptious." Oliver finished his milkshake with a loud slurp. "Mum," he said, "can I have one of these tonight instead of my hot milk?" Auntie Jen stared at him. "But Oliver," she said, "you don't like milk." "Yes, I do," Oliver said indignantly. "I only had orange squash for breakfast today because I put too much milk on my cornflakes. There wasn't any left to drink."